let there be light. And when he saw that light, and that it was good, but somehow when he trapped it within my skin, it became a sin. Too light to fight, too thin to win, light bright, damn near white, Tweety bird, yellow worm, Twinkie. I used to get flamed for having skin as bright as the fire in my soul, but somehow the heat from my brother's insults still couldn't give me the suntan that they made me beg for. I cried, but I'm black too. They screamed, the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice, the darker the flesh, the deeper the root. So
You ain't really black like that. It's funny how an imaginary letter turned into a harsh reality for those of us unfortunate enough to be born between black and white. I'm stuck in a gray area, a space similar to the vibe between friend and stranger. See, my skin tone has been friend zoned by my darker skinned kinfolk, and maybe that's why all my butter color lovers get it, and all my chocolate exes hate me. Go ahead, check my unanswered text messages if you question my character. And real quick, if you was wondering why I squinting on my pictures, it's because I'm a little closer to that bright future at the end of the tunnel, since y'all say that we got a head start in life anyway. But we all in the same race.
Jamaica's coming first, America's coming second or third, but all of the winners on the track are black. So why do we act like that? We the only race that sang Amazing Grace while being hanged and raped, and y'all steady arguing about who was in the field and who was in the house. We all in the field, we all in the house. We all leave a bad taste in white folks' mouth, no matter how sweet you think your blackberry juice is, because they make wine out of white grapes too.
Hey, my art teacher told me something, and real quick, my art teacher told me something crazy. She said, when you add white to a color, you raise its value while lowering its intensity. Well, no one mentioned to my blood that it could only boil at half the temperature like that of my brethren. No one mentioned to my melanin that brightening my skin should have made my opinions more meek instead of militant. See, my genome was colonized generations ago, and the protein chains have now become shackles on the necks of its descendant, and yet it's unexpected for men of my complexion to express themselves as if it doesn't make sense for the fruit of confusion to be sensitive. See, my skin cells have been shell-shocked by having the blood of settlers and pilgrims bearing down on them like pathogens. No wonder why lighter skin feels less like humanity and more like terminal illness. Y'all act like the brown paper bag test was multiple choice. Choose A for light skin, B for brown skin, C for caramel, and D for D night. But the only correct answer... Bag test was multiple choice. Choose A for light skin, B for brown skin, C for caramel, and D for D night. But the only correct answer was Willie Lynch. Y'all act like peanut butter and chocolate can't mix. Y'all must have never had a Reese's or a Twix. So I hear a Snickers from people who think their skin is too Hershey Kiss for us to exist in the same Milky Way galaxy. Hey, can I be real with y'all for a second? Sure. I used to wish I was darker. Me too. Yes, I used to stand outside for hours at the beach and the park without screening the heat burst, and yes, I got burned. Yes, even the sunlight curved me the way niggas from New York treat cats from New Jersey, but I refuse to respect that hurt. Because apparently we're over-dramatic and constantly being played or plotting and scheming on females. We playing this for a later, so tell me how to feel. Because I've been told that I think I'm superior based on my wool-like head texture and burning brass undertones that put me at a halfway point between the God of our fathers and the white one they sold you. Look, I didn't ask to be reduced to good hair and good skin for reproducing cute kids. Truth is, someone lied to my parents when they said that a lighter child would have a better chance of surviving.
Right now, there's people in this room that think if Mike Brown's skin color was light brown, he would have avoided the strike down. Pipe down. We need a revolution, but instead we're stuck in a civil war, in a vain attempt to emancipate ourselves from ourselves. But we all look the same to them, just walking targets, being gunned down in Walmart or being beaten to death by Uncle Sam's Club. Too black to get a job at Target, Walmart, or Sam's Club, so we target Walmart and Sam's Club as the first place to loot when the riots start. Why do we riot? Cause life ain't fair, not even for the fair skin, and it's frightening. Black life is at a high cost and a low value, which is why life expectancy constantly gets marked down. White people get clearance cells.
Black people get prison cells.
White people get 25% off.
Black people get 25 to life, and it's kind of like how I've been made to feel like a prisoner in my own skin, on trial for being the wrong shade in the right race. Two and a half decades of cross-examination, and we still can't come to a conclusion why I'm being treated like I'm half human. 3/5 human went out of style generations ago, but y'all never paid attention in math or history class anyway. Y'all would much rather divide the diaspora along blurred color lines and let the remainders fall by the wayside, because it doesn't matter that to the system, we're all black.
when y'all would much rather prefer that I subtract my complicated formula from your perfect equation. But they don't hear us though.
So I'ma just go back to bumping this Drake, or new Drake. He told me don't think about it too much. He's light-skinned, so he gets me.
Let me see if I can go find one of these so-called new blacks, because at least we can agree that this whole thing is deeper than the fool's gold tattooed on me from head to toe.
But I'm asleep though. Wake me up when the ignorance ends.